Time we welcome on another NFL hopeful and BYU football alumnus. His name is JJ Nwigwe. He joins us on the Deseret First Credit Union hotline. JJ, welcome back to the show. How are you?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
We're fantastic. We're very interested to find out how you are preparing for a potential NFL opportunity, albeit in a very strange world situation.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying my best and to find some of these local gyms that are still open. I'm trying to get a workout in. If not, I've been trying to go on a bunch of hikes, just hike the Y, maybe Bridalfield Falls, Stewartville Falls. Just kind of multiple things like that, trying to keep me in shape.
Sounds like you've gotten out there. Those are three good spots, right?
Yeah, I mean, the Y looks nice, but it's more of a workout.
It is hard, man. It's really hard to get up there. It's very underrated. Also, it's Instagram gold, right? All of those?
Oh, money.
That's awesome. I feel bad for guys like you with no pro day because that's where you could have really shined, right? You did your self-pro day, and we'll break it down. Really impressive stuff. But the guys that are going to be first rounders, they don't need a pro day, right? They went to the NFL Combine. But guys like you that are trying to get on the radar, that had a nice push at the end of your career, it's a little tougher. So how have you made the best of this situation?
I think I'm just trying to stay positive through it all. I mean, with all that's going on, I mean, that's kind of out of all of our control. So I just trying to keep a good head on my shoulders and just trying to find my best way. I was like, okay, if the pro day's not going to work out, well, what can I do to make sure that my self-time pro day that I ended up doing was the best as possible.
32 reps on the bench press. You ran a 4.78 40. Which of your numbers were you most pleased with, JJ?
I think I really like the 32 on the bench press.
Of course, that's like the ultimate, flex, literally. Did you feel like 32 was something you could do? Was that something you had done before?
No, actually, I was kind of watching the combine and just looking at my strengths. I'm like, if I can get over 30 on the bench, I think that kind of put me in a place where I want to be as in the scouts wise. Like they had like questions about strength or anything. So that was the number I was shooting for, just over 30.
32 would have been tied for second at the NFL Combine. Really impressive. You would have had the fastest three-cone drill, by the way, 6.85. That shows some of your quickness. What is it that you feel you do really well that potential NFL team should acknowledge and give you a shot for?
I feel like I play really good in the run game, really good at staying styled, and my long arms really good at creating separation. And my initial get off and out back is really good if any of the NFL teams want to take a chance with me. I feel like I can contribute that to their D-line.
JJ Nwigwe with us on BYU Sports Nation. You played a bunch of positions at BYU, offensive lineman, tight end, defensive line. How will moving around at BYU help you as you pursue a professional spot?
I think it's nice that since I'm playing D-line now, I played O-line and tight end, so I kind of know on tendencies like stances or like sometimes the O-line and tight ends will give off calls to like, show like where they're going to block and things like that. And me playing D-line, I feel like I kind of have a hit on those so they can help me really at the next level of what's coming.
Did you ever have a situation in the game this year where you heard a call like that and you had an advantage because you had played O-line?
Oh, for sure.
Do you remember a specific game?
I remember we were playing Tennessee, and they were telling us which directions they were going with their zone blocks. So I'm like, okay. Well, the first play, I was like, okay, I heard it, but let me make sure, they're actually going to do that. And then they did. I'm like, oh, okay, this is money now.
So what did they say that tipped you off?
It was just the direction. I think they were almost really telling us zone left on the line of scrimmage. So
they said zone left? Right,
it wasn't really zone left, but it was pretty much that simple where I was like, are you serious right now? I'm not going to disguise it.
JJ,
that's awesome,
taking advantage of an SEC offensive line. That's fantastic. I can't help but wonder if you were able to pick apart the Hawaii offensive line too, because you had 2 sacks in that game and a half tackle for a loss. So what was working so well for you in your final game as a BYU Cougar?
I just remember going to that game. Coach Tsuyaki and Coach Kalani really did a great job game planning Hawaii and for our D-line and telling us like how the best way we can get pressure with the 3-man front. And it was kind of nice because I think they were like almost 85 and 90% pass. So I can kind of like tee off and watch the ball and get a good get off. And so I think that kind of contributes to the good game I had.
Devin Kafusi has chosen to transfer to the U. Part of his explanation was he wanted to become the best player he could become. So some questions about development of players have arisen, right? That's Devin saying what he feels is best for him. How did you feel BYU developed you as a defensive lineman?
Honestly, I have to give the coaches a lot of credit because it's kind of hard taking a guy who hasn't played D-line at all, and in a year getting ready to play a bunch of tough competitive teams like Tennessee, USC, Boise State, and San Diego. And I think they did a really good job of taking me, and they never really, got really upset of like sometimes – like in their head, sometimes you're teaching something and you're like, well, aren't you understanding this? Like they did a great job of like taking their time, slowing it down, make sure I understood it, and I could be the best at where I can and where they saw me fit. So I really thought they did a great job of development, but everybody learns differently. So,
well, if your life weren't busy enough, you're bouncing around positions, playing football. Oh, and you're still going to school and you're going to graduate in just a few weeks. What will a degree from BYU mean to you?
It means a lot. BYU is a great school, and there's networking everywhere. And just holding a degree from BYU, I know, can open a lot of doors for me in the future.
Absolutely. What does JJ stand for?
So my real name is Jason, and I was named after my grandpa, so I'm a junior.
Jason Jr. And then what's the proper pronunciation of your last name? We have done our best the last 4 years, but we want to make sure we
want to hear from you.
Have it. Yeah.
Nwigwe.
Nwigwe.
Yes.
Okay. Nwigwe.
Mark it down,
Yes,
NFL
sir.
Scouts. Nwigwe.
I'm going to be honest. Jason's a pretty cool name. I kind of want to call you that.
That's fine.
Jason's legit. I love that. JJ is excellent as well. I'm a JJ, but some people call me JJ. Spencer called me 2J.
2J.
Back in the day.
Yeah. Hey, we had a Jason and a Tyson on the same football team.
Jason and Tyson?
It.
That's a podcast. You guys should start a podcast.
I'll talk to him about it.
JJ, before we say goodbye. Jason, before we say goodbye, if you were pitching yourself to an NFL team, what would you say to them in terms of how you can help an NFL team and what you bring to them?
I would tell them you're getting a guy that's versatile and that's going to give great effort and hustle every play, every down, and it's going to show in practice. And if they're willing to take a chance with me, they're going to get the best player I can be.
Jason Nwigwe in his own words. There you go. Hey, JJ, it's great to catch up with you, man. We're excited for you as you push forward in your pro football career and can't wait to see what happens.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me on the show.
You got it. JJ.